Welcome everyone to the machine learning project. In today's class, we are going to discuss about how to create our machine learning project breast cancer detection using naive-Bayes algorithm. So this course consists of two modules. In the first module, we are going to discuss about what are all the packages we are going to need for our project, and also we are going to discuss about how to import the data set for our project. In the second module, we are going to split our data set and also we are going to analyze our data set. In the final module, we are going to discuss about how to train our data set and how to find the accurate score of our model. So this course is very useful for the students who are trying to create machine learning project using naive-Bayes algorithm. So let's get started. Welcome everyone to the first class. In today's class, we are going to discuss our machine learning project breast cancer using naive-Bayes algorithm. For that, you have to create a new folder and then you have to open the folder with VS Code. I am going to use VS Code for my project. If you want to use any other IDE, you can use that. So you have to open your VS Code. After opening the VS Code, you have to install some of the important extensions. For that, you have to open the extension. In that, you have to type Jupyter. For running our project, we have to download Jupyter extension. So you have to type Jupyter. So you have to wait for the extension and then you can see the Jupyter extension. You have to install that. So after installing the Jupyter package, you have to install Python. So you have to type Python in the extension and then you have to open that. You have to install this extension for our machine learning project. So these two extensions must be installed for our project. So after that, you have to create a new file and then you have to type the name of the file. And then you have to type the extension. Extension is nothing but .ipynb. So this is the extension for Jupyter. So for that only we are typing this extension. So after creating your ipynb file, you have to select your kernel. So kernel is nothing but your Python environment. So you have to select your Python environment. So I'm going to select my Python 3.9. So in the first class, we are going to discuss about how to import the packages and also we are going to discuss about how to import the data set. For importing the data set, we are going to need the help of sklan package. From the sklan, we can import the breast cancer data set. So for that, you have to type the line from sklearn.datasets import and then you have to import your breast cancer data set. So you have to type load breast cancer. So by doing that, we can import the data set from the sklan package. So after that, we are going to import our model. So for that, you have to type sklearn.model. So we are going to use the package, that is the important package for splitting our data set. For that only, you need to type this code from sklearn.model selection import train test split. For splitting our data set into two types, for training data set and then testing data set. For that only you have to import this package. So after that, we are going to import the third package. Again, you have to use the sklearn.naive-Bayes. We are going to import our model, that is naive-Bayes algorithm. So in the naive-Bayes, there are three types of model. So we are going to use the first type, that is Gaussian NB. And then we are going to use the fourth package sklearn.linear model. So we are going to need the classification. For the classification, we are going to need the help of the algorithm linear regression. So linear regression is very useful for classification. And then you have to import the accuracy. So for finding our accuracy of our model, we are going to need this package from sklearn.metrics import accuracy score. So accuracy score can find our model accuracy. So we are going to need this model in the last class for finding our model accuracy. So these are all the important packages we need to download and import. So the first one is for the data set, and then the second line is for splitting our data set, and then third for our model, and then fourth for the classification, linear regression, and then fifth package is for finding the accuracy of our project. So you need to run this code. So you can see all the packages are imported successfully. So that's it. In today's class, we are discussed about how to create a new file in VS Code for our project, and also we are discussed about how to import the data set, and also we are discussed about how to import the packages for our project. So in the second class, we are going to discuss about our data set. So let's see you in the next class. Welcome everyone to the second class. In today's class, we are going to analyze our breast cancer dataset. So we are going to analyze what are all the values, what are all the images present in our dataset. So for that, we are going to create a variable for our dataset. So the variable can be data. So data equal to, and then our dataset name. So dataset name will be load breast cancer. So that's our data set. So we have just created the variable for our data set. So after that, we are going to create a new variable, that is label names. So from our data set, there will be a column named target names. So the target can be cancer cell or no cancer cell. For that, we are going to create a new variable, label names. And then labels is nothing but 0 and 1. 0 is for no cancer, 1 is for cancer. So that's the target. So target is nothing but 0 and 1. And then we are going to create a new variable, feature name. So you have to type feature name equal to, so we are going to find the features available in our data set. So data of feature names, and then we are going to create another variable, that is features equal to data of, inside the colon you have to type data. So first we are created a variable for our data set, and then we are created a variable for the target names, and then we are created a variable for labels target, and then feature names and features. So you have to run this code. So you can see all variables are created successfully. So after that, we are going to print these values. We are going to print these variable names. So by doing that, we can find what are all the values present in our data set. So first we are going to print the label names, and then we are going to print the labels. So labels can be 0 and 1. So you have to type class labels, label, comma, labels. We are going to print the labels from the 0th index, that is the first value. And then we are going to print features, feature names. We are going to print the third variable, feature names. And then we are going to print the fourth variable, that is features. So you have to print of features of 0th index, that is the first value. /n. /n is nothing but new line. All the values will be printed in the new lines. So first we have created the variables, and then we are printing that variables to find our dataset values. So you have to run the code. So you can see there are two labels. The first one is the malignant, and then second one is the benign. So malignant is nothing but cancer cell. Benign is nothing but no cancer cell. So there are two labels, and then class label is 0. So the first value will be 0. So malignant is 0. So 0 is for cancer. 1 is for no cancer. So that's why we are printing the class label. And then you can see the feature names like mean radius, mean texture, mean perimeter, area, and all the features available in our data set. So you have to remember the class label. 0 is for malignant, that is cancer. 1 is for benign, that is no cancer. So using that, we can find whether our image is cancer or no cancer. And then you can see the features like numerical statistical values. So these are all the statistical values of the features. So that's it. In today's class, we have discussed about how to analyze our breast cancer data set. So in the upcoming classes, we are going to split our data set and then we are going to train our data set using the naive-Bayes algorithm. So let's see you in the next class. Welcome everyone. In today's class, we are going to discuss about how to split our data set. So we are going to split our data set into testing data set and training data set. So in the previous class, we have discussed about what are all the labels present in our data set. So the first one is the malignant and then second one is the benign. So malignant is for the cancer and benign is for no cancer. So we are going to split our data set and then we are going to train our data set. So for that you have to type the values. So first we are going to train and then test, comma, train labels. So train is nothing but the features, test is nothing but also the features, and then we are going to use the labels for the train and then we are going to use the labels for the test. So feature and labels, feature and labels. So we are going to train like that, and then you have to use the train test split package. So we have imported in our first class, and then you have to type the values. We are going to use features, labels, and then test size. So test size can be 0.2. So 20% will be used for testing the data set, and then remaining 80% will be used for training the data set. So that's why we type test size equal to 0.2 and then random state equal to 42. So you have to run the code. So before running the code, you can see the package we have imported in the previous class, train test split. Using that package, we are just splitting our data set. So you have to run the code. So you can see your data set is splitted successfully into two data set, testing data set and training data set. So after that, we are going to train our model. So for that, we have created the variable for our Gaussian NB. So Gaussian NB is nothing but Gaussian naive-Bayes algorithm. So there are three models. You can use any model. So I'm going to fit the values, fit the value of train, train labels. So we are going to train our model. So you have to run the code. So you can see our model is trained successfully. So you can see our model is trained. So that's it. In today's class, we have discussed about how to split our data set and how to train our data set. Welcome everyone to the final class. In today's class, we are going to discuss about the output for our breast cancer data set. So for that, we are going to predict our values based on the previous trained model. So you have to type the variable predicts. So predicts is nothing but prediction. GNB is the Gaussian model dot predict. So you have to type predict of test. We are going to predict the test data set. First, we have trained the train data set and then we are going to test the test data set. And then we are going to print the prediction /n. So /n is for new line. So you have to run the code. You can see 1, 0, 1, 0. 1 is for no cancer. 0 is for cancer. So we have discussed this in the previous classes. So you can see the first image will be, so you can see the first image is no cancer, and then second image will be cancer, and then third image will be cancer, fourth image will be no cancer, fifth image will be no cancer, and then sixth image will be cancer. So likewise 0 is for cancer, 1 is for no cancer. So for accuracy, we have imported the package accuracy score. By using that package, we can find our accuracy score. So I'm going to print the accuracy score. So you have to type accuracy score. So you have to type the name correct of testing dataset, testing labels, comma, predicted values. So you can see the model is accuracy score from sklearn package. So sklearn is very useful for machine learning. Most of the machine learnings are based on sklearn. So you can see our model is 97% accurate. So our model is well trained with naive-Bayes algorithm. So 97% our model is accurate. So you can see 0101 is for cancer and no cancer. So that's why our model shows 97% accurate. So that's it. In the first class, we have discussed about how to import the data set and then how to import the important packages for our project, Gaussian NB, linear regression, and then accuracy score for finding the accurate scores. After that, we have just analyze our breast cancer data set. We have created the variables for the columns and then we are printing the column names. So you can see there are two labels, malignant and benign. So after that, we have split our data set into two, testing data set and training data set. And then we have just trained our training data set and then we have predicted our testing data set. So based on the prediction, you can see 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0. 1 is for no cancer, 0 is for cancer. At last, we have printed our accuracy score. So you need to know about the naive-Bayes algorithm. For that, you have to open the Google and then you have to type naive-Bayes algorithm. So you can see all the documentation of naive-Bayes algorithm. I'm going to open any one of the website. So I'm going to use Java T-Point. So you can see all the important details of naive-Bayes algorithm. You can see the formula, applications, example. So you can see the advantages, disadvantages and types of naive-Bayes algorithm model. So we are just using the Gaussian model. There are two models are available, multinomial and Bernoulli. If you want to use that model, you can also use that. Based on your project, you can use any one of the model. And then you can see the applications where naive-Bayes can be used. So you can see the applications like credit score, medical data classification, that's our project, and then real-time prediction. So real-time prediction and then spam filter and sentiment analysis. So spam filter is nothing but whether the email is spam or no spam. For that project, you can use naive-Bayes algorithm. So if you like my project, please put positive review in the comment section. Hope I can see you in the upcoming courses taught by me.